This is Joe Rosemaric, and in this video we're going to talk about an alternative to the Texas rig when using plastic frogs that I call the Freedom Frog. So if you just do a conventional Texas rig frog, this here is semi-weightless, I got the one little split shot on it. What I found, at least when I started, was I had trouble keeping the frog right side up. It'd get flipped over in the water, the legs wouldn't kick, all it would do is drag through the weeds, have no action, and it didn't do me any good. And I couldn't figure out why, and I sat out in the garage one day playing around and said, well, how can I put a swivel on this hook? And I came up with this, the Freedom Frog. And this is just a regular text-posed, see the hook right there, plastic frog. But what I did was to keep this upright, I put a split ring in the eye of my hook, put a swivel on it, put a short leader so I can either just do a conventional Texas rig or I can do just like that and do a split shot semi-weightless. And doing this is all pretty simple. The hardest part about this is getting your split ring open. So what I do is I just take a regular pocket knife and I take my split ring and just drive my pocket knife into the split, like so, to open it up. And usually the metal, oh geez, here we go. Usually the metal on your swivel is a little bit bigger than that on your hook. So I put the swivel in first, and you gotta kind of slowly do this, put the swivel on and move the knife in unison. So put the swivel in, take your hook, and you just chase the swivel with your hook eye. This here is a 4/0 extra wide gap hook that I use for frogs and a lot of my Texas rigs. There we go. So you have the hook and the swivel on the split ring here. Take the pliers, spin your split ring so that both of these are on the inside track. There you go. And really, that's the whole basis of it. After that, it's something you probably already know how to do. You go and you Texas rig a frog, and you tie on. I use a braid leader just because I'm usually throwing frogs through weeds and slop and everything else. So we Texas rig our frog. Where's my hook point? There's my hook point. And then we get ourselves a little bit of braided line. And your leader on this is going to be fairly short. It's just something to throw either a weight on or just to get you back to the snap at the end of your main line. This doesn't have to be. You could, in theory, tie directly onto this. I'm someone who ties on leaders so I can run everything off a snap and be changing in and out of my baits relatively quickly. And there you go. That's it. That is the Freedom Frog, currently weightless. You can either slide a bullet sinker down your leader or go and put a split shot on the hook. So if you're having issues keeping your frogs upright, these plastic kicking ones, not necessarily the crankbait types, this is an option you can do to keep your frogs upright through the weeds. Caught a fish on this exact rig in our digging deep video on the water. So good luck and hope to see you out on the water.